Every show has its bangers, episodes that fans of the show hold in high regard and that they come back and rewatch. But for every Ozymandias level episode in a TV show, there's a Fly level episode. Unlike a film, episodic shows have multiple storylines happening in every episode, and not all of those storylines can be winners. And since you guys really want me to talk about Friends again, I guess I should look at the worst Friends episode. Now, something being a bad episode is pretty subjective, so to make it fair, I found the lowest rated episode on IMDb, and today, we will be going through it and seeing if it's really that bad. Now, before I do that, just note that this isn't technically the lowest rated episode of the show. That's because all the lowest rated ones are clip show episodes. Clip show episodes are literally just clips from previous episodes for most of the runtime, bound together by a loose plot. I would bore you to death if I just spoke about a bunch of random moments from the show. So instead, I'll talk about the lowest rated actual episode of Friends. And that episode is the one with the fake Monica. The episode kicks off with Monica telling the gang about her credit card being stolen. Monica seems less concerned that she was robbed though, and more focused on the reckless spending from the thief. Chandler then calls the thief a geek for
"They spent $69.95 on a Wonder Mop."
To which Monica tells him that was her. The B-plot of the episode also starts when Marcel, Ross's monkey, starts humping a lamp. The gang tells Ross he's gotta do something about Marcel's recent behaviour, to which Ross tells them that it's just a phase.
Well, that's what we said about Joey.
Then Marcel ends up doing some not so savoury things to Rachel's Curious George doll. We cut back to the apartment at night and Rachel catches Monica still looking at her credit card bill. Monica tells Rachel that this thief is living her life and doing it better than her. She goes on to list all the stuff the thief bought that Monica doesn't buy or do.
She buys tickets to plays that I want to see. She buys clothes at stores that I'm intimidated by the salespeople.
Rachel tries to comfort Monica by saying she does cool things too, but Monica, being who she is, immediately starts comparing the thief to herself. Monica goes on to say,
"She's got everything I want and she doesn't have my mother."
We then cut to the coffee house where Chandler is trying to help Joey come up with a new stage name for his acting career. Joey says his agent is suggesting he adopts a new neutral name that doesn't sound ethnic. Chandler jokingly suggests the name Joe Stalin, to which Joey likes the name.
Stalin.
We cut back to Monica and Rachel's apartment where Monica is calling someone about what classes she was taking, posing as the thief. Monica intends on going to this random tap class just to see who the thief is. Rachel tries to reason with Monica, telling her she's losing it. Phoebe seems to agree.
This is madness. It's madness, I tell you, for the love of God, Monica, don't do it!
We cut to the tap dancing class where Monica, Rachel and Phoebe are scouting, looking for the thief. The instructor forces the trio to tap dance. The trio aren't doing so well at the tap dancing though. Everyone has to grab a dancing partner, but Monica doesn't have one. That is until a woman runs in late. She is Monica's dance partner, and it's revealed that this is the thief.
Hi, I'm Monica.
Monica pretends to be Monana, a Dutch woman, to which the fake Monica says,
I spent 3 years in Amsterdam. Mag ik deze dans van u?
Back at the coffee house, Ross enters looking depressed. Ross was at the vet's.
She's not gonna make you wear one of those big plastic cones, is she?
He reveals that Marcel's behaviour isn't a phase. Marcel has actually reached sexual maturity.
Hey, he beat you.
The vet said as time goes on, Marcel will get aggressive and violent. This means that Ross has to give him up. The three guys are surprised by how fast Marcel grew up. Joey asks is there any way Ross can keep him, but Ross says,
Vet says that unless he's in a place where he has regular access to some monkey loving.
Ross is applying for Marcel to get into a zoo, talking about it as if Marcel is his child getting into prestigious colleges. Ross says that Miami Zoo is a possibility, to which Chandler responds,
Yeah, but that's like 2 blocks away from the beach. I mean, it's a total party zoo.
This is when the girls enter, telling the guys that they found the thief. Joey asks if they called the cops, and they respond that they took her to lunch instead. Ross is angered by this because of the fact that she stole from Monica. But Monica says the thief has a great personality, to which Ross says that she probably stole said personality from a cheerleader. This is when Chandler remembers the end to his Popes in a Volkswagen joke. We cut back to the apartment where fake Monica, and Rachel are hanging out. Fake Monica and Monica are telling Rachel how they got kicked out of a hotel, but Rachel has to go to work. Fake Monica tries to convince Monica that they should go to an open audition for Cats, but Monica is scared to. This is when Fake Monica tells her about the time she watched Dead Poets Society, and how the fact that she wasted her time scared her more than anything else she was worried to do. We cut to the gang in the apartment as Ross finds out Marcel was rejected from Scranton Zoo. He says that this was their safety zoo and says he doesn't know who this is harder on, himself or Marcel.
I'd say that chair's taking the brunt of it.
Joey then walks in with this brilliant line.
You know there already is a Joseph Stalin?
Joey explains who Joseph Stalin was and then says you would think Chandler would have known who Stalin was, to which Chandler sarcastically responds. Joey asks Phoebe what a good stage name for him would be. She responds with,
Flame Boy!
Now this scene I'm about to talk about is one of the funniest parts to this episode. We see Ross and a man talking about sending Marcel to this man's zoo. Only it's not a zoo, it's
More of an interactive wildlife experience.
He asks Ross a bunch of questions that make it clear this definitely isn't a zoo. It's more likely an animal fighting ring. This is when Joey and Chandler burst in with Marcel to deliver the news that Marcel was accepted into San Diego Zoo. The scene ends with one last funny line from this character. Back at the apartment, Rachel is cleaning up when a drunk Monica bursts in. Monica is becoming a recluse, she's not going to her job, and she's not being the responsible person she usually is. This is when the credit card people call to tell Monica that Fake Monica has been arrested. Monica goes to visit Fake Monica and she reveals that she's not Monana, and was Monica Geller the entire time. She says she wasn't the person to turn her in, and that she enjoyed their time together. Fake Monica tells Monica that she should go back to her original life and routine, because that's who she is. Monica does try to defy this in the gag that follows this scene. She returns to the tap dancing class, only to get everything wrong. We cut to the airport where the gang has to say goodbye to Marcel. Phoebe wrote Marcel a letter, Chandler gives Marcel advice.
Now, I know there's going to be a lot of babes in San Diego, but remember, there's also a lot to learn.
Joey doesn't know what to say to a monkey, so he tells him he's hungry. Rachel gives Marcel a plush monkey to do on the plane. Ross wants some alone time to say goodbye to Marcel. While he tries to be heartfelt about it, Marcel just humps his leg, so Ross just tells the attendant to take him away. This brings us to the episode's closing gag where Joey is auditioning for the role of Mercutio. This is when his new stage name is revealed.
Name? Holden McGroin?
And that's the episode. Do I think it's the worst episode of Friends? No. I actually don't think it's that bad. I think it's a bit slow. It's probably not my first choice when I go to rewatch an episode of Friends. But why do I think the fans have dubbed this one of the worst episodes of the show? Well, I think it got that title for a few reasons. Reason one is that the episode is just kinda boring. The A-plot is somewhat interesting, but we don't see much of it. We get like 3 scenes together with the fake Monica in the entire episode. And that's it. The B-plot is just kinda used to make some jokes. But none of them, bar the Stalin one, are nearly as memorable as jokes in other episodes. The story in this episode just feels kinda slow. Reason 2 is that Monica is kinda unlikable in this episode. She gets her money stolen by a stranger and she's more concerned with how the thief is cooler than her. She meets this thief twice and ends up almost losing her job and affecting her friendship with Rachel over it. This kind of behavior just seems extremely out of character for Monica. I'm not a fan of it. And reason 3 is that the episode just doesn't have as many good jokes as other episodes. From my own experience rewatching this episode, it didn't feel as fun as watching other episodes. I think those reasons are why this episode is rated so low. Not because it's horrible, it's just painfully average. There's 1 or 2 jokes that I liked, but that's about all the episode was good for. In conclusion, this Friends episode is average. Honestly, there's so many better episodes you could watch. I do recommend watching some of the higher rated Friends episodes. I think some of you would really enjoy them. Anyways, I think someone has stolen my bank details because I don't think this is how you're supposed to spell my name, and I don't remember wanting 100 boxes of the Joey Show DVDs. So I'm gonna go deal with that. And you guys, have yourselves a good one.